Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. We're on to week number 3 of this consistency with reading vlogs. Hopefully I can keep it up. I'm starting this week's reading vlog, yes, on a Monday, but with some sad news. If you saw last week's reading vlog, I started another Mike Gale book, The Legendary Girlfriend. I'm now 170 pages into it, so I'm kind of at the halfway mark. I'm really not enjoying this book. It is his debut, like I said in the previous vlog, so I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be his best work, but I just don't get the story. I really don't like the main character. I don't get the plot. There's these weird kind of like dreams that he has that are written out, and it like really disjoints the story. I don't like, did I say I don't like the main character? I don't really like the main character. He literally, all he does is chill in his house that has like muddy water, he has no furniture, and he kind of just hates his life, and it's just an internal monologue of that. And the writing I still enjoy to some weird extent because it is Mike Gale, so I don't know if that's like a placebo or some sort of like effect just because it's Mike Gale that I enjoy the writing, but I'm just not vibing with the story. So the sad news is I'm gonna DNF this book and most likely unhaul it because Mike Gale has so many books out. He's had 25 years in the industry since his first published book, and I really tried to join his book event and book tour going around the UK at the minute to celebrate 25 years of him being in the industry, but I just couldn't get tickets, sadly. So there are plenty other books that he's written that I know I'm going to absolutely love more than this, and I don't see the point in putting myself through reading this book when I just personally am not enjoying it and kind of will dampen my experience of Mike Gale books. So I'm going to DNF it, I'm going to take the bookmark out and everything. I'm so sad to be doing this, but sadly this Mike Gale book just wasn't for me. However, I don't really know what I want to read next. I have quite a few books left on my TBR. I have The Henna Wars, Daisy Jones and the Six, Best Men, and Mistakes Were Made. I have Best Men as an audiobook, so I might start that tomorrow on my commute to and from work. But I really don't know what I want to pick, so I'm going to completely divert and I'm going to do like a mini prompt to prompt. I'm just going to pick a prompt and see which book will fit and kind of read that book and kind of see what I feel like. So here is my TBR jar. But it's going completely off script here. I just felt like wanting to put a prompt, and none of the TBR books are really vibing with me. So if I get a prompt that fits one of the books currently in my TBR, I will try and read that one. But if a TBR book doesn't fit the jar prompt, then I won't complain too much. So let's go for this one. And it is Randomise Your TBR. Okay, that's not too bad. So I have how many books on my TBR? So we're going to be doing the entirety of my TBR, not just the books from my July TBR. I have 43 books on my physical TBR. If it's fluke and it ends up being one of the books already on my TBR, that's going to be weird. Random number generator 43, and can you see that? The number will be, is that 30? No, 20. Oh dear. Okay, go back to Goodreads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, it's Friends, it's this one. Why is my camera? It's Friends, Lovers and the Big Temple Mistake. It's Matthew Perry's memoir, and if you've seen my mid-year book freak out tag, which I posted like last week, you'll know this is a book I wanted to get to by the end of the year. So I'm not complaining. It's going to be a complete switch up of genre as well, which I think may be what I might need. I feel like I'm being reading only contemporary and romances at the minute, so maybe that's exactly what I need, is a complete switch up of genre. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm actually really excited, so that couldn't have gone any better. Happy Monday. Hopefully I'll update you soon, but I am going to start my Perry's book from scratch because I got 60-ish pages into it before. Yeah, 62 pages into it before, so I'm just going to start from the beginning and see where we get up to. But yeah, exciting. Hopefully this is as good as I hope it be, please. It was so good when I started it before. I just kind of, the moving out process got a bit chaotic, so hopefully I can smash this one out this week. Oh, I'm really excited now, yay! So I've decided to annotate it with these colourful tabs. I'll probably end up just using like these 3 in the middle with my new Zebra mild liner in this like light blue colour. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And then I'm going to get like a light blue kind of pen out as well. So excited, I can't wait to start. Tuesday. It's late, I'm about to go to bed, but I want to quickly update you. I'm still really enjoying and reading Matthew Perry's memoir. I'm now 56 pages into it. I got to about like page 20 yesterday, but obviously it's taken me a lot of time to read because I'm annotating it to no end. Like look how pretty all my tabs are. So blue is like emotional, sad, heart-wrenching, and pink is like things I love, things about friends, just kind of like more cheerful notes that I wanted to remember. So there was a lot of pink in Lisa Kudrow's foreword because I love her, and it's just really making me happy tabbing it all up and writing my thoughts and stuff in it, especially like, oh, I'm glad you're here, Matty. Matthew is the reason we're all laughing in the fountain in the opening titles. So I just love the like references to Friends and how he kind of talks about his life, and I'm absolutely loving tabbing it up and just kind of like really absorbing myself reading it this time around, because obviously last time I was in the middle of like moving out and I didn't really put my full attention into reading it. So I'm really glad that I'm kind of really delving deep into it this time around, and it's going to take me a slower pace. Hopefully I can still get it done by the end of the week, just reading like 25 to 30 pages a day, but we'll see. It's not very long, but it's quite dense, and obviously annotating it takes me quite a while. So that's that, and I'm using Scribd fine liners and then Zebra mild liners to annotate, along with some sticky tabs I got from Amazon, which I'll link down below if you're interested. But yesterday I read that book in bed and it just wasn't the best vibe because I had to sit up, and what I wanted to do was relax and like unwind. But I'm still not vibing with my TBR, so I'm going to once again pull a prompt out of my TBR jar. This has kind of become like a mini little prompt to prompt episode of weekly vlogs because I don't really know what I want to read. If I can fit, like I said yesterday, if I can fit a book from my TBR with the prompt that I pull, I'll just go ahead and read that. If not, I'll pick something else. So let's go with this one. And it is iBooks book. Veto, because I want to read something on like physically. So let's go again. Unless, no. I was going to say unless I read the Lockings, I'm pretty sure I had that as an iBooks book, but I can't bothered. So let's go again. This is definitely 2 in 1. I'm just going to pick one if that's the case. So that is a book with a name in the title, Daisy Jones and the Six, or blindfold pick. Do I want to read Daisy Jones and the Six? I was kind of more leaning towards like Best Men. I think I'm sliding, but I think I'm leaning more towards Best Men. That's kind of the choices we have. That's obviously name in the title, but that's the kind of one I was vibing with. Let's go Daisy Jones and Six. Why the hell not? And I will keep you posted. But yeah, happy Tuesday. That's the update. Let's see if I can... I feel like I'm in a little bit of a mini reading slump in terms of like fictional books that like I read quickly. I feel like I'm really enjoying absorbing myself into Matthew Perry's book and reading at a slower pace. I'm not sure how much of my July TBR I'm going to get to this month because I'm really enjoying the slower reading pace. So let's try Daisy Jones and the Six and see how we get on. Happy Wednesday. It is now like 20 past, almost 9:30, and I'm just updating this vlog because I've been at my mum's all evening getting things ready for our housewarming party on Sunday, so I need to pick up like deck chairs and serving bowls and all that fun stuff. Yes, we're having a housewarming party very late, but we wanted the house to be in like a good kind of spot when we had all our family round, so that's happening. But I've just been annotating more of Matthew Perry's book today and I am loving it. I'm finally on the part where he gets into Friends and kind of like how Friends changed his life, and obviously Friends is a massive part of my life. I'm literally wearing my Friends Fest hoodie, which I've been to the Friends Fest kind of event 4 times. I went to the original one when the tickets were only a £5 in Brick Lane, and Gunther, sadly, RIP, James Michael Taylor, was there as a guest. So like Friends has been with me and got me through some tough shit in my life, and it's just so nice to... Not nice, because Matthew Perry's memoir is heart-wrenching, the amount of stuff that he's gone through, sadly, with drugs and addiction and alcohol. So it's really, really sad to read. but I love kind of learning more of his story from his side rather than like the press or other people who don't really know him and his actual true story. So it's nice hearing it from him for once, and I am annotating and tabbing up so much. Once I finish it this week, I will take you through all of like my annotations and my tabs and stuff, because I am loving kind of really making it my own, because I love Matthew Perry and Friends so much. I do think Chandler is one of my favourite characters in Friends as well, so that's also nice. I wasn't going to ramble that much about Matthew Perry's memoir because I'm still loving it. It's going to be a 5 stars just because of what it is and who he is. But I managed to read the first chapter of Daisy Jones yesterday after picking it out in my TBR jar, and I like the first chapter. I like the writing style. I love how it's written so far, how it's kind of like told in interview kind of format, but not really. It's just kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not like your usual kind of way a book is written, and I'm really enjoying it. But I'm only 17 pages in. Obviously now it's like 9:30, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get read of Daisy Jones, but I do want to at least read another chapter. And my reading pace is definitely slower this week, but that's fine because it's kind of been chaotic. Monday I had my auntie round, so I didn't really read in the evening. Tuesday was yesterday and I worked late because of a meeting, and then I got home and it was late already, so I just kind of like chilled out and then read a little bit of Matthew Perry's memoir because I am obsessed with it. And then obviously today is Wednesday, so we've still got a little bit of the week left, but it's still going to be a chaotic week, kind of like leading up to the rest of it really. So I'm not sure how much reading I'll get done this week, but anything is better than nothing, and I'm really enjoying my current reads, so I can't really complain too much, but I'll keep you posted. But yeah, happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. I've been on sprints all evening with Rebecca and Emily, and I've been making my way through Matthew Perry's memoir still, annotating it and absolutely loving my time reading it. I've just been reading the chapter all about Friends and I could not stop annotating. Like, it was ridiculous how much I was annotating during the Friends bit. I was like obsessed. And I said in the sprints I was going to do like one sprint of Matthew Perry, one sprint of Daisy Jones, but Matthew Perry just has my heart at the minute. I'm obsessed. So I just want to keep reading that. I'm now over 100 pages in, just got to the page 100 mark. So obviously definitely a slower reading pace, but that is fine because I'm just absolutely loving it, just absorbing myself into it like I keep saying. So I won't ramble on too much about it because it is just an absolute joy to read when it gets to like the really good Friends moments, but obviously really depressing when you get to like the sad addiction side of Matthew Perry's life, unfortunately. But it's just really interesting to read it all the ups and all the downs. So I'm just going to continue reading that for the next 32 minutes, and then it will probably be bedtime, which is when I will then pick up Daisy Jones for probably another chapter. A chapter a day at the minute seems to be good for Daisy Jones, to be fair. But I would love to get my teeth into it a bit more, but I just don't know when I will, getting so obsessed with Matthew Perry, so we'll see. But that's a Thursday update, nothing too much to update at all. I'm very, very hot. It's a bit muggy this evening, but I'm just going to keep reading, enjoying, loving life, tabbing it all up, and I'll keep you posted. Excuse the dodgy lighting, but it's now Saturday evening. Saturday, no, definitely not Saturday. It feels like Saturday because I had a day off work. It is Friday evening. It's 10 o'clock, and I have just been reading Matthew Perry's memoir for the last like hour downstairs with Mark. Oh my god, I am actually obsessed with this book. Not because it's like a really fun book to read, but because obviously I'm a massive Friends fan and it's just so fascinating to hear Matthew Perry's journey, as I keep saying. But I just have to say I am obsessed with this book, and I think it's kind of pulling me into a book hangover because I don't want to read any other book bar this one, even though it's taken me ages to read because it's so dense and it's so kind of like such an emotional roller coaster, and obviously I'm tabbing it up, so it's just taken me like ages to read. But I am obsessed with my tabbing. Like, look at how pretty everything is. Like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. It's been a lot of blues recently because we really kind of delved into his journey on Friends with addiction, but there was a good while where it was kind of like all pink and joyous with the success of Friends and how it kind of helped him through. But I've just read a lot of depressing things, so yeah, there's a lot of blue, but I am loving it. So although it's 10 p.m. and I should probably be like settling down for the rest of the night and reading something a bit more fun, I can't not continue reading Matthew Perry's book for a little bit, so I'm going to continue reading that. I am definitely obviously going to finish it by the end of the week, because I'm just over halfway. I am still reading Daisy Jones and the Six, but I'm less than 100 pages in, and it's good, but I just don't think I'm in the mood for it. I think I am purely just in the mood for Matthew Perry's book, so I'm going to read a bit more of that before going to sleep, but it's so addicting to read. And I don't know why. Probably because I love Friends so much. That's probably why it's so addicting, because I just want to know all the ins and outs of like all the Friends behind the scenes stuff. But it's a really interesting perspective because you're getting it from Matthew Perry's perspective, which wasn't all kind of like fun and games when it came to filming Friends. Like, he went through a lot during Friends. Like, he was living in rehab when Monica and Chandler got married. Like, there's just so much shit that Matthew Perry has gone through, sadly, and it's just so fascinating to read about. And I've wanted to cry multiple times tonight reading about Matthew Perry, and I'm going to start crying now if I think about it. So it's a heart-wrenching book, but I cannot stop reading it. So I'm going to keep reading, stop rambling, and keep posted. I've been an absolute fail at vlogging, even though the number one thing I wanted to do this weekend was a vlog, because I had my housewarming party. Everyone has just left. I have sorted out the living room back to like its original state, washed up, put the washing on in terms of like tea towels and stuff, because there was so much washing up to do. And I just feel like I really wanted to vlog, or at least create a reel for this weekend, and I didn't. And to be fair, my whole kind of reading has been completely out of whack this week as well. So this weekly reading vlog has been absolutely shit. So I'm sorry. If you've got this far, please give me a pink heart emoji in the comments, because if you've made this far, like, you are legends. I'm just going to sit down and wrap this up now, because it is Sunday evening at 8 o'clock and I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I need to get this edited and scheduled. Oh my god, it's the first time I sat down in ages. No one left until the tennis finished, which I don't like watching tennis, but obviously everyone else wanted to watch tennis, which was fine. It was a great atmosphere, but oh my god, my body is knackered. And Mark is currently driving his mum back home because she doesn't drive, so it's just been a very chaotic day. I'm here to wrap up the vlog though. I really wish I wish I vlogged it. One of my regrets, sadly, I didn't vlog it. Usually I'm so good at vlogging events, but I think it's because I hosted. So all I was doing was like getting people drinks, making sure everyone was happy, hungry, like if they were hungry, like what did they want to eat. Like obviously me and Mark cooked everything, getting everything laid out on the table, just like kind of like hosting. And hosting is a lot of effort, but it was amazing, and I really appreciate everyone who came and just kind of like joined me and Mark in kind of officially warming our house. It was so much fun, but yeah, it just did kind of mean that because I was hosting and kind of putting everyone else before myself, I didn't pick up my vlog camera, and I didn't pick up my vlog camera yesterday either, and I have just failed this week at weekly reading vlogging. Weekly reading vlogging? Oh, my brain. Anyway, wrapping up this vlog. I am still in the middle of Matthew Perry's book. I am now over the halfway mark, haven't got too much left to read, so I'm hoping I can finish that over the next couple of days. Still absolutely loving it, so it'll definitely be a 5 stars. I started Daisy Jones and the Six, and I got 62 pages in, but this is going to be a soft DNF if you've seen my Rachel's reading rambles. I'm just not in the mood to read it in a minute, even though I know I like the writing style and I'm intrigued to read it. I feel like I'm really vibing with my hair at the minute. I just took it out of like a half up, half down curled situation. Anyway, the books I am kind of intrigued to read right now, and I said in my Rachel's reading rambles I wanted a light fluffy read for kind of my little trip to Wales to visit my grandma. I feel like it's going to be this book. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Has anyone seen My Sex Life by Kristen Bailey? Oh my god, I'm so tired. Kristen Bailey. I didn't think I was going to ever read this book, but the last couple of like comments on my videos, everyone has said how good this author is and how funny this book is, and I feel like I just need a light-hearted book. So I think this is the book I'm going to take away with me to Wales, alongside my book club books I need to read next week as well, and obviously Matthew Perry's book. So 3 books in a week for me after this week is going to be a mission, but hopefully it will be a good mission and an accomplished mission. So that's kind of my reading update. I'm going to leave this vlog here because if I ramble anymore, I don't know how long this video is going to be, and it's going to be a lot of boring clips, I feel like, this week. So I'm very, very sorry, but yes, thank you again if you made it this far. Leave a pink heart emoji down below to send me some love, and just let me know that you're absolute legends for being this far into the video. If you somehow enjoyed this complete ramble over my obsession with Matthew Perry's memoir, then make sure you give this video a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see future content from me. Next week's reading vlog will be epic. We are doing a lot of fun stuff in Wales, and I'm going to take you along for the ride, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. If you're new to my channel, I mostly do monthly TBRs, monthly wrap-ups, weekly reading vlogs, and all the other bookish content that you could think of. I usually have it on the channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.